The darkest moment of my life. Somber music fades out as the narrator's voice takes over. I still remember that night like it was yesterday. The feeling of humiliation and embarrassment is etched in my memory forever. I'm 24 years old, and what happened to me is something I thought only happened in high school movies or urban legends. But it happened to me, and I don't know how to deal with the aftermath. I've always been open with my friends and partner about everything, but there's a part of me that's struggling to share this story. Maybe it's because I'm afraid of being judged or ridiculed, or maybe it's just because I feel like I'll never be able to show my face again in public. Whatever the reason, I'm here now, sharing my story with you all. My name is Emily, and I've been in a relationship with my boyfriend, Alex, for 2 years now. We met through mutual friends, and it's been an amazing journey ever since. His friends are like family to me. We've spent countless nights hanging out, having fun, and making memories together. But what happened that night changed everything. It all started when the topic of swirlies came up in conversation. For those who don't know, a swirly is when you put someone's head in a toilet and flush it. I mentioned how curious I was about trying one as a joke, but never seriously intended to do it. His friend, let's call him Ryan, took it the wrong way and offered to give me a swirly as a joke. I politely declined, thinking it was just a silly idea. Fast forward a few weeks, and we were all hanging out again. Alex left with another friend to grab some weed, leaving me with Ryan and his other friend, Mike. I went to the bathroom, did my business, and opened the door to leave when I saw them waiting for me in the hallway. They both bombarded me, their faces twisted into smirks as they grabbed my head and put it over the toilet bowl. It all happened so fast, I didn't even have time to react. I was trying to get away, begging them not to do it, but they thought it was funny. I remember feeling like I was in a nightmare, trapped with no way out. The flushing sound still echoes in my mind, and the sensation of their hands on my neck and head makes me shudder. When it was all over, I quickly cleaned myself up and made my way back to the living room, trying to act normal despite feeling like I was about to collapse. Alex wasn't there to witness it, thank God, but Ryan and Mike, they just laughed it off as a joke. They didn't seem to understand why I was so upset. That's when it hit me, I felt like a pathetic school-aged kid getting bullied. The realization that this is something people actually do, and that it's not just some urban legend, shook me to my core. I felt so humiliated, so embarrassed, that I didn't even dare tell Alex about what happened. But the worst part? They haven't apologized or taken responsibility for their actions. Instead, they make subtle jokes when we hang out, like nothing ever happened. It's like they think it was just a funny prank and not something that actually hurt me. Background and context. To understand the situation better, let me give you some background information on my relationship with Alex and his friends. We've always been close-knit, hanging out almost every weekend. They're like family to me, I trust them implicitly. But what happened that night made me realize that maybe I was being too trusting. Ryan, Mike, and the rest of their group have a way of making everyone feel included and part of the gang. They often include Alex's friends in our activities, and we've always had a good dynamic. However, this incident has made me wonder if they genuinely care about my feelings or just use me for entertainment. Breaking down the situation. So, what went wrong? It seems like a simple prank to most people, but it affected me deeply. I think the issue lies in the way Ryan and Mike perceived the situation. They thought it was funny and didn't understand why I was so upset. This lack of empathy is what makes it even more disturbing. When they made jokes about it later on, I realized that they're not taking responsibility for their actions. Instead of apologizing or making amends, they're just brushing it off as a harmless prank. It's like they think I'm overreacting and being too sensitive. What would you do? Now, let me put this in your shoes. What would you do if you were in my situation? Would you confront Alex about what happened, or try to ignore it and hope it goes away? Maybe you'd talk to Ryan and Mike directly, or maybe you'd involve someone else. Some of you might say, just tell them how you feel, and they'll understand. But the thing is, I've tried that already. When I brought it up in conversation, they just made jokes about it again. It's like they're mocking me. Others might say, you should go to the police, but I'm not sure if that would even be effective. There's no concrete evidence of what happened, and even if there was, it's not like they'd get arrested for something like this. What do you think? How would you handle this situation? Conclusion. I've shared my story with you all in the hopes that maybe someone out there can offer some advice or a fresh perspective. I'm still trying to come to terms with what happened and how it affected me. To those who have read this far, thank you for listening. Your empathy means the world to me right now. To anyone struggling with something similar, know that you're not alone. We'll get through this together. What's next? Before I go, I want to ask, what would you do if you were in my shoes? Share your thoughts and advice in the comments below. Let's create a community where we support each other through difficult times. If you've enjoyed this story and found it helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel for more content like this. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can stay updated on new videos. Thank you again for listening, and I'll see you all in the next video.